Hi guys, thanks again for tuning in. It's been a really long time since I put out a video. Just with a new job and everything, it's hard to find some time, but now got some time tonight, so I decided to do a review on a new knife. It's going to be this guy right here, the Jason Clark Tanto flipper. I also have a new one here, Will Moon Mark 6, that I haven't done a video on. That one's upcoming, should be the next one. I got a couple more blades lined up, but really want to do the review on that. First, I want to show you guys this little Prometheus Lights QR beta that I got off of Kickstarter. It's the copper model. You can see there's a lot of scratches already, just because it's been in my pocket. I think it adds character. It's come in handy. It's really cool. It has a quick release, which is still on my keychain. But yeah, I just want to show you guys. Check out Prometheus Lights. Pretty cool. So on to the main show. The Jason Clark Tanto flipper. Just wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Ryan. He goes by Mr. Clark on Instagram, and if it wasn't for him, this review would not be possible. Number one, he actually is the reason I saw this knife for sale on Instagram. Thanks to a Blade fan for putting it up, but Ryan's been doing an amazing job of just kind of tagging me in everything he thinks I might like, and is responsible for a lot of the knives and a lot of my money going to knives. And he's also been kind of asking me when I'm going to do this video, so decided to shout him out. Check him out, guys. He's actually stepping up his game. He's getting his little light box going for some of his knives, and it's growing. I'll put his link down below in the description for Instagram. Definitely check him out. But here we go. On to the actual knife itself. We got a carbon fiber presentation side. Very nice, simple. And we got the milled holes on the titanium locking side. Apologize for trying to get over this sickness that's been going around the West Coast apparently. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the blade. Oh, try to get it back into focus here. Oh, it's not wanting to, but just watch the flipping action here. And the best thing I can say when it comes to this knife is that it's effortless. It's running on IKBS, and I'm not even putting any pressure. I'm just kind of breaking the detent and pulling back. Kind of see that. Let's get a close-up of the blade here. Now Jason's Tanto it's pretty thick when you look at it. You can see the hand rubbed finish, his maker's mark there, JC. The other side just has the IKBS logo. Apologize for that. This one is a hand rubbed finish. Just look how beautiful that looks. I have a couple other a satin and a hand rub that we can compare it to, but let's just look at the beauty and simplicity of the knife. Nothing too extravagant. It's just a simple Phillips pivot there, milled holes, more Phillips, pocket clip. It's a deep carry. It does stick out a little bit more than I'd like, but it does the job. You can see there, it just effortlessly falls into it. Centering, let's go take a look. It's pretty much on center. And this is a very thin knife. If you look at it, there's not a whole lot of room for it to wiggle inside there. Oh, come on. I think the big thing with Jason's flippers, or knives in general, is that the pricing is kind of insane as far as the value you get from it. I believe I paid $575 for this knife, and like Jim said, I would have gladly paid $800-900 for it. That is the craftsmanship that is actually in this knife, and I've paid way more for other knives that aren't as smooth as this. I don't regret any of my knife decisions. just saying that for what you get in one of his knives, it's pretty amazing for the price that you pay. It's just one of the smoothest knives I have. And it's just regular detent. It's just, he got it right. He got the pivot right. He got the detent right. I think the hand rubbed finish definitely helps because it helps keep the blade smooth, so the detent ball doesn't have too much to roll around on or to grind on. It's just amazing. Let's look at the lock up here. Come on. You can see there it's about 20%. Rock solid, no wiggle, no rock. Oh. Ah. Let's go take a look at the detail shots here. First, let's look at the file work on this back spacer. It's pretty amazing. It's hand rubbed, and he's got some file work there. Some of the most effective file works are, it's kind of dirty, but that just goes to show you how much it grabs. What's nice is that since it's pointing backwards, it doesn't really dig in too much to your finger, but it does provide a lot of traction. You get a really good purchase on that. All right. Next, let's move on to the actual grind. You can see there it's practically a zero grind. He does have like his razor blades and everything, which are kind of insane. It's basically the Tanto, but cut off right there. But he does an amazing job with the grind. Look how thin that is. Same thing for the tip there. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to sharpen, but I will appreciate it for what it is right now and the craftsmanship. Now the knife itself, oh, careful. The knife itself feels really good in the hand. As much as I don't like this sticking out, it does add extra girth on the bottom. So when it's in my palm, it kind of gives me an extra grip because it is a really thin knife. Let's actually do some comparisons here. Move that out of the way. Here it is. Let's go this way. So there's Jason Clark. Here's the Olamic, which is pretty much carbon fiber and satin blade, so it's pretty similar in aesthetics. But we'll see here. We'll put it butt to butt, as Jim says is the only way to go. You'll see this is a 4-inch blade. This is 3.5 inch. You can see the size comparison. The Olamic does dwarf it. It is one of my bigger blades. Let's see. Let's do a Quayback. People are going to start getting their hands on these guys since the mid-techs are coming out. Cannot wait for that. Adding another Quayback to the collection. You can see here the 3.66 inch blade. It's just a little bit bigger than the 3.5 inch blade. Just give me a second, guys. I'm just going to move this over. Maybe not. Let's take a look at some production knives to compare it to. These out of the way. There. You have here the Para 2, which I believe has a 3.5 inch blade too. Let's go up here. Butt to butt, you can see they're almost the same size. Cutting surface looks about the same here. You can start off right there. And I also have a Thermite, which I just got. It's a great little bead around knife. Not too worried about damaging this since it was only 35 bucks. 3.5 inch blade once again. Practically the same size, so always great there. Now, let's actually take a look at the blade and the finish here. So we have this hand-rubbed blade. We have Olamic's satin blade. I believe Eugene said this was done with a 400 grit belt, and we have a Will Moon's hand rubbed prototype blade here. First, let's take a look at the satin finish of the Olamic. Now, when it comes to photography and video, I always found that the satin blades and the hand rub blades always give me the hardest time because of the reflections. But if you play around with it, you get some really cool effects. Just take a look at the Instagram pictures of this blade and the Jason Clark. I was able to get some really nice contrasting shadows on the blade itself. It's beautiful to look at. It does scratch up easy, but at the same time it's very, very beautiful. I just wanted to show you guys some detail shots of Olamic's satin finish. And just for machine satin, comparing it to a hand rubbed, I think Olamic does an amazing job. The blade itself is beautiful to look at. It's very aesthetically pleasing, and it's comparable to the hand rubbed finish. I do prefer the hand rubbed finish over the satin just because it's more uniform, but you can't really complain. They do an amazing job there. Let's go take a look at here. Sorry for the fingerprints, but you can see here it's almost like a two-tone with the way that the light bounces off of the shape of the blade there. Once again, just beautiful, beautiful work done by Jason. Oh, apologize guys. Sorry I can't get over the sickness. Been sick for about 2 weeks. It's just awesome. Let's take a look at Will's work. This one is Will's hand-rubbed harpoon recurved Tanto. I think he basically took a bunch of different blade shapes and threw it into a blade. We'll talk a little bit more about this particular blade when I do the review. But this is what I'm talking about the hand-rubbed. You can kind of see like the dark here reflecting from the room, and I have a side light here giving some light there, shining on the bevel there, just reflecting. Just hand-rubbed finishes are just amazing. They're a bitch to photograph and to video, but look at that. Adds a little bit of mystery, but it gives you just enough reflections on the edges there. It's just amazing. All three of these knives are amazing in their own rights, but this knife, when I first got it, I carried it for about 2 weeks straight just because it's perfect EDC. It was sharp, it did its job. It's a great utility blade because of the point right there. You can just get in, open up boxes. It's smooth. It's a looker too, and it's comfortable as hell. Last time I talked to Jason about, not Jason, but Ryan, about Jason Clark, he did say that his books are filling up, and what used to be a 2-month wait is now, not 2, but a 6-month wait is now a 2-year wait. So if you're not already in his books, damn it again, if you're not already in Jason's books, see if they're still open. I honestly don't know. I was going to try to jump on, but this came up and I decided to pick this up instead, and I could not be happier. An amazing blade by an amazing knife maker. Alright guys, that ends it. Hopefully I'll have more videos for you guys. Thanks again for watching. Have a good night.